On Saturday, January 5th, 1980, Jose Miranda, he is out doing some hookah diving for locos, and he is off Punta Negra, and that is in Chile. He is in the water for about a half hour. He had speared some fish, collected some locos, and then they collected up and moved to a second spot. Now he dives off the boat again, and he swims out about 15 feet from the boat, and he starts descending. Now this area he is swimming for, it's close to a sea lion haul out where they go to escape great white sharks, and divers earlier in the week had noticed parts of sea lion bodies at the bottom of the water, but they didn't know how they ended up getting there. They didn't know if it was from a shark or not. So shortly after Jose starts his descent, he stops moving forward, bubbles cease to come up to the surface, and quickly pressure starts building up on the compressor that's sending him air. Shortly after that, bubbles, red bubbles, come blasting to the surface, and right after that, a shark's torso and head, and the shark has Jose's body in its mouth, holding on to him by his chest, and he's decapitated. His head is gone, his one arm is gone, he's got a cut. He's got a severed going straight across his body like this. It looks like one bite attack. He gets hit, and there's nothing his men can do for him. Other boats had seen the commotion. They came over to help his boat try to retrieve the body. Now the shark would raise its head, back off from the boats, and come and ram the boats. It rammed the boats at least 3 times. The shark did some biting on it as it swam around in circles. It did tight circles around the body and would bite on the body. There's marks in the back, lower back, as the shark came over the top to bite down on it. They assumed that the weight belt in the front on his stomach kept the jaws, the lower jaws, from cutting into his body. So they're able to retrieve the body after some time, and says I've seen a few hours after the attack, but they retrieved Jose Miranda's body. There was no further flesh removal other than the initial bite, it seems like, which removed his shoulder, his arm, and his head. The witnesses there said that the shark lined up right next to the boat as it was hitting on the boats, and it was a 22-foot boat, and that its tail was further out as its head was lined up with the front of the boat. That would make it about a 25, he said about a meter past, that would make it about a 25-foot shark. But you'd have to imagine anybody that's standing in anywhere looking over at these, it's very hard to line up something at the end there with something else. You're going to have that visual kind of games that it's going to play, and it's probably going to seem like they extend out there. Probably around a 20-foot great white shark, an attack, an attempt to predate, and that's our story of Jose Miranda.